Yeah, that title right there, right up there, it is not clickbait. I am not yanking your guys' chain. MLB threatened to ban Trevor Bauer from yesterday's game if he wanted to have some fun and wear cleats that said "Free Joe Kelly." So at this point, we have to decide if the baseball gods are telling us that yes, the game is progressing because Fernando Tatis Jr. is changing it and Trevor Bauer is vlogging, or are they going to side with Robert Manfred and stop these guys from doing what they need to do, and that is market the game of baseball and progress it forward. But we'll talk about all of that in just a second. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a bunch of stories to get into from yesterday. The Astros keep on winning. They are looking dangerous yet again, even though they're not getting a lot of contributions from their star players, and they have a bunch of guys on the IL. Christian Yelich is going yard, and then also the Padres, they hit another grand slam. Again, this is when I say the baseball gods are talking to us. So we'll go ahead and get into that right now. Manny Machado, take it away.
Machado to deep left field. It is high, deep, and it is a grand slam to walk it off. Manny Machado is tonight's Padres hero.
Also, did anyone notice that Fernando Tatis' new celebration is the crybaby celebration? He owns the Rangers. So you have Fernando Tatis Jr. starting it off with a 3-0 grand slam to the opposite side. That started this entire conversation of whether or not you swing, blah, blah, blah. It was a grand slam. The next day, the Rangers give up a grand slam to Will Myers, and then for a third consecutive day, a grand slam was hit off the bat of Manny Machado. This time it was a walk-off. I mean, you can only get this in a movie. I really can't believe that I'm actually saying this out loud. So in my opinion, the baseball gods have spoken. They have chosen the players and not Robert Manfred. So if Bauer is threatened one more time, we'll talk about that in a second. We're going to have to come together and have his back. And also, speaking of the Padres, I am giving away a Fernando Tatis Jr. jersey on my Twitter. As soon as we hit 23,000 followers over there, we just passed 20. You guys can get that pretty easy. I will give that away. So number 23 for 23K. I'm sure you guys can do that. Before we talk about Trevor Bauer, his cleats versus Robert Manfred, I want to showcase the Yankees versus Rays games because you have Garrett Cole versus Tyler Glasnow, some of the nastiest pitchers in the game. You have Garrett Cole throwing 100. You have Tyler Glasnow throwing 100. Who won this game?
That one's driven to right field and deep. 2-1 Rays.
The high leg kick and the pitch. Strike three call with a fastball. It's a hot shot, base hit, center field. Lau's on his way to the plate. Hicks will make the throw back to second.
The Rays get a massive W over the Bombers. They now are only a half game back in that division. I am so excited to see the rest of that season transpire. Now, I also do want to show that Garrett Cole was mad. I mean, he was irate at the fact that Aaron Boone did not let him finish that 6th inning. And to be honest with you guys, if I'm a Yankee fan, even though we lost that game, that man right there just made me feel a whole lot better because what you lost in CC Sabathia, you just got back in Garrett Cole. This dude is a gamer. Now, I was already really excited for this Royals-Reds matchup because you have Matt Harvey coming back and he's facing Trevor Bauer, but that was in game number 2. In game number 1, Brad Keller dominated, and Whit Merrifield continues to drink from the fountain of youth as they went easy in game number 1. But I think the story comes before game number 2 started, in which Trevor Bauer put out a tweet in which he showcased his brand new custom cleats that he's giving away, and it says "Free Joe Kelly." He was going to wear them. He was set. Everything's been sized. He's all ready to go. And then the league sent him a message that if he plays with those cleats on, he will be removed, banned from that game. And Trevor Bauer said, no, I'm not going to do that to my teammates. But guess what happened? 7 innings, only 1 hit, and he made Major League Baseball history. He's the first pitcher in the modern era to strike out 40 hitters and allow fewer than 10 hits in his first 4 starts of a season. This guy is not only backing up his talk on the diamond, but he's doing it off the field as well with his vlogs, and I think that Trevor Bauer should be supported. So we have to have this guy's back. Now, I will say that after the game, he did get a little bit crazy. He took those cleats and then added Carlos Correa, said, hey, if you want these cleats, send me a shipping address. So got a little bit chippy, but you gotta love the fun. He's a marketing genius, and he's exactly what baseball needs on top of Fernando Tatis Jr. I'm happy about this. The players are taking control. We need it. Randal Grichuk continues to take baseballs away from their own families. For the 4th game in a row, he hits a home run. He had 2 yesterday, and he has 13 RBIs in his last 4 games. Tanner Roark, he turns in his best start of the year as the Orioles now fall to a 500 record. It's really sad because I think the Orioles and the Marlins, they were a great story to start the season, but they're scuffling. We'll talk about the Marlins in just a second. If you're an Indians fan, you got to be thinking to yourself, how are we doing this? Aaron Savali came into the season as our number 4 or 5 starter. Yesterday, he threw a 9-inning, 1 earned run, complete game. Now, I know it was against the Pirates. They are dead last in OPS. Their offense is nothing scary. But considering that's our number 4 behind, you have Bieber, Clevenger, Carrasco, then it was Savali, and then Pluko, and then Plesac. Who knows if Clevenger is going to get traded? They've talked about rumors of him going back to the Angels. That won't happen. Maybe to the Braves, maybe to the Yankees. Plesac has been rumored as well. I mean, the Indians, I like what they're doing right now. Carlos Santana in back-to-back games hits a 3-run home run, and then Domingo Santana clears the bases. He gets over his slump. I'm happy for him. He drives in 3. I like this.
There you go. Deep drive left field. That baby's gone. Mariners got the lead now at 4-3. Nola responsible for all of the runs.
How did I not know that Aaron Nola had a brother in the pros? Like, I always knew that Austin Nola was a player, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together that they might be related. Austin Nola drives in a couple runs yesterday as he hits a home run, and then Taijuan Walker settles down after he gave up a few long balls in the first few innings. I know the Mariners are 8-18, but they are not quitting, and I can respect that. I tip my cap. Next up, we have Jesus Luzardo, my boy. He tosses 6 1/3 innings. He strikes out 7 in a win over the surging Diamondbacks. I think they won 6 or 7 games in a row. Mark Canha hits yet another home run. Robbie Grossman drives in his 13th RBI, one of the more underrated players in baseball this year. And then Liam Hendricks, he closes the door. Easily one of the best closers in all of baseball, and he has been for the last 2 or 3 years. I had no idea that Kyle Tucker was 23 years old. I thought he was 25, 26, maybe 27. I forgot how young he was, but he carries the Astros to their 7th win in a row. He had a home run, he had a single, he had a triple, and then another triple. So if he would have just not gone to 3rd on one of those, he'd have had a cycle, but unfortunately, he just has 2 triples, a home run, and a single. Framber Valdez, there you go. You guys, if you're an Astros fan, I finally got his name right in a video. He has been amazing so far in 2020, 7 2/3 innings, 1 earned run, and lowers his ERA to 1.72. And also Carlos Correa drove in 3, he hit a bomb. So yeah, I'm thinking that him and Trevor Bauer, if they meet in the World Series, if it's Reds, Astros, oh my God, that would be, honestly, Dodgers and Yankees sounds fun, but imagine the Reds versus the Astros. That might be the most, that's it. I want it. Christian Yelich, Avisail Garcia, and 2 other Brewers go yard as Brett Anderson carves up the Twins. Now, I think the biggest story from yesterday is not the fact that the Brewers won the game and maybe that Christian Yelich is back to being himself, because he is scuffling heavily along with Cody Bellinger. I mean, they're MVP players not playing like themselves. Now, the Twins, look at their lineup. How many players are hitting 220 and below? Mitch Garver is not the same guy that he was. There's a couple different guys that are just not hitting well. They really need Josh Donaldson back in that lineup. Next up, we have Jacob deGrom versus a surprise, pretty good pitcher so far, Pablo Lopez. It was a great matchup. I didn't miss a single pitch of this game from the 6th to 9th inning because I had to watch Trevor Bauer pitch, and then I had to watch my Indians. But the later half of this game was pretty exciting. deGrom came in huge. Conforto, he breaks the tie in the 9th, and then Edwin Diaz, he puts the win back in Edwin as he strikes out the side in the bottom of the 9th. I was nervous, and I know that Mark was going crazy over there on Twitter, but they get the W, and you can relax for a day. Hey, yo, can the White Sox maybe lose a game or 2? That would be awesome. All right, I got my bias out the way. Again, you guys know my love for the White Sox. I got to stop fanboying over them. Casey Mize had his first start. He went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, but also struck out 7 in those 4 1/3. So he looked like a mini Garrett Cole. Even just the windup and the hair being long, he does remind me of Garrett Cole. But Dane Dunning, the other prospect that made his debut for the White Sox, had the exact same stat line. 4 1/3, 3 earned runs, and 7 Ks. Luckily for him, the White Sox offense, they have a parrot. Yeah, Edwin Encarnacion. He had a few solo shots yesterday.
Goria, he goes.
High drive to left. Down the line. It is out of here. Slater hits a high drive to left. Up and back. Out of here.
The San Francisco Giants are looking to sweep the LA Angels. They win 7-2 and win in pretty dominant fashion, if I might say. Wilmer Flores and Austin Slater, they slammed the door with 5 RBIs in the 3rd and the 4th. Johnny Cueto provides a solid start, and then what the heck is Justin Upton doing? He's up there with Chris Davis as one of the worst contracts in all of baseball. The Angels, with Justin Upton and Albert Pujols, they are paying a ton of money to get a fraction of the potential that they signed up for. Upton has a .094 batting average with 26 Ks. That's not going to get the job done. But the Red Sox, they finally got the job done. They end a 9-game losing streak against the Phillies. Devers, he has 3 hits in back-to-back games, and the bullpen finally holds it down. And just like that, the Phillies are only a half game up for 3rd place in the NL East. So the battle to not be the 4th place team is officially in place. We have the Cardinals versus the Cubs in a doubleheader. Matt Carpenter is all you need to know for game number 1. He bashes a grand slam. And then in game number 2, the Cubs get a surprise gem from Albert Alzolay. I think that's how you say it. He goes 5 innings, and then old school Craig Kimbrell, he showed up yesterday. Ooh, wow, what a recap. These get beefier and beefier by the day, but I enjoy every single second of talking about baseball. Now, I do want to run something by you guys real quick. Mike Clevenger for Christian Pache of the Braves. If you're a Braves fan, let me know what you think about that, because they need pitching and we need a young outfielder that could rake and cover some ground. I'm a big fan of Pache, really, because he rakes in MLB The Show. But that's going to do it. We're not going to have this day in MLB history, or maybe we might. I'll see if there's anything interesting. But remember, guys, follow me on Twitter. We're doing that giveaway. Stay safe out there. God, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. This is not possible without you guys. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Love you guys so much. And again, stay safe, because we got baseball to talk about tomorrow.
High in the air, left center field. Edmonds back. Warning track. It is off the wall. Griffey round second. Picks it up. They're going to send him. Here comes the throw. How about this? It's over. Inside the park.